All Things Motoring International is owned and brought to you by SA's most trusted online vehicle platform, CHANGECARS. Our name says it all. Whether you're looking to sell, need advice, need finance, or need insurance, CHANGECARS has you covered. This week on All Things Motoring International, we head to the Carousel with a rally practice test by going sideways in the dirt, topping off our day with a Gymkhana experience. This is one show to get the adrenaline pumping.
Imagine it's the end of the world, last man standing, and that is myself and my camera crew. We at the Carousel Casino, or what was the former bustling Carousel Casino just outside Pretoria. The facility closed down a couple of months ago, and you can actually see skeletons around you. It feels like time has stood still, or we've gone back into the past. The apocalypse, Armageddon, you name it, it feels like we're here. But we're not here to talk about the former Carousel Casino. We're here for something super special. We're here for a purpose. What we're about to do today is about to set the pulses racing, the hearts beating, and make me smile. So the good news is it's not the end of the world. The very good news is we're in the former parking lot for the start of the RPT day. What is RPT? Rally Practice Test, the brainchild of Johan van Wyk, the most incredible individual. When I say incredible, his vision, his warmth, his kindness, we often feel welcome. In fact, we always feel welcome at a venue. Today, Johan, you have taken the prize for making us feel the most welcome. Around us are enthusiastic competitors, enthusiastic navigators, and enthusiastic hosts. I cannot wait to get out, experience this on tar, on dirt. They're about to do a ceremonial start. It'll be relatively rustic, relaxed and calm, and then the action starts. And guess who's part of the action? I'm going to be driving a car, I'm going to be navigating, and I'm going to be a passenger. You'll notice I'm wearing a dark shirt. That's standard. You'll notice I'm wearing dark pants. That's for a reason. I'm an absolute child of the 80s and 90s. When you think of rallying in the 80s and 90s, you think of Ari Vatanen, Stig Blomqvist, Juha Kankkunen, Carlos Sainz, Colin McRae, and then in the modern times, Sebastian Ogier, Sebastian Loeb, etc. Today, I'm not with a rally driver, but I'm with somebody equally important, Johan van Wyk. We're at the Carousel dirt track. You are RPT racing. Tell us a little bit about RPT racing. I understand the racing part. Where does RPT come from?
It's for rally and test.
Right.
To simplify our name and also to understand it.
Yes.
So if you come across RPT, you know, you can go and practice, you can go and test. To make it quite simple, so that's what I went for.
A day like today, a complete open day, arrive and drive. And when I say arrive and drive, I think this is the key to share with the audience. What do you have to arrive at a day like today?
If you would like to join us in the first place, there's no entry fee or joining fee.
Tick the box.
No club fees, no license. The only thing that we are very strict on is safety.
Now yourself, RPT Racing, essentially an inland Gauteng-based organisation. Where do you hold days like today?
So we try and keep it within like 100 k's.
Beautiful.
Not always is it necessary, but we've got like a free open book with Carousel. So we don't have to go and look somewhere else.
Of course.
Because here, we've got a brilliant dirt stage. We've got a brilliant tar stage.
Of course.
Now, in what parking area can you manage 180?
100%. So if, like me, you like what you've seen today, if I tell you simplicity in itself, on your screen right now is Johan's details, his cell phone. Johan, I take it they're welcome to phone you. The phone's going to start ringing straight away.
So excuse me, I need to go and answer it.
Lovely. Interviewing you, of course, is a highlight. But the highlight of any day for me is getting into a car, onto the track.
Obviously.
I believe you've organized something special for me. Tell me about it.
Michael,
Yeah?
arrange for you to be in at least the top 3 quickest cars that we've got here
Amazing.
today. And drivers, obviously.
When you think of the ultimate definitive rally car, is it not a Subaru, Scooby, WRX? You pronounce it as you like. Let me tell you what it's got. It's got a flat boxer engine and it's all-wheel drive and it handles amazing. So Johan, talk is cheap, they say. There's some action behind me, but they need the real deal to get into a car.
Thank you very
I'm
much.
up.
Thank you very much.
So this is where it's about to get real. You'll notice I've got my sunglasses on for the sun. I've got my visor on, and nah, we're gonna go Maverick. I'm with Ken Rayner. Ken, show us what this baby can do.
Rock and roll.
This is incredible. The sheer power of this Subaru is incredible. You'll notice I'm not doing any work. I'm not navigating. The reason I'm not navigating is that's why we tweet so well. In case you're thinking Ken doesn't talk much, he doesn't. He drives much. This is exhilarating, man. This is exhilarating. What's interesting when you're in the car, combination of third and fourth, a little bit of second.
Stay tuned. After the break, it's more fun and action from the Carousel with RPT.
Fast, sharp right. Fast, sharp right. Sharp right. Sharp right. Listen. Sammy, you have to listen to my call, Sammy. Please, I beg you. Fast, medium.
Are you looking to sell? Visit Change Cars and click on the Selling tab.
An incredible day like today is only possible due to the kindness of participants. And when you talk about kindness, Ken, I will say it on camera, I've never met an individual that has been as receptive and warm to us as you have. Even after I left the windows open out on a dirt track that his car looks like the Sahara Desert is missing some of its sand. Ken, thank you. Tell us a little bit about this beautiful machine behind us.
Well, firstly, I'd like to say we're very happy to have you guys here because what we're doing here, we come here on the weekends, this is the most fun you can have with your clothes on.
Or without.
Or because safety first. So it's so lucky that we can show you guys what we're doing because we are so grateful.
Thank you, Ken.
You know, obviously any exposure is good because we want people to come and join here on the weekends. It's the most fun. It really is. We're a bunch of raggedy folk. We come here in all different cars. There's Buckies, there's 1400s,
Yeah.
there's fancy SUVs.
But I think that
There's
is
such a
the key.
range.
No matter
Yeah,
what you come with,
totally.
you can have a fun day here.
100%.
Now, behind us is
Yeah.
something called a Subaru Impreza. I believe Subaru got the wrong name for it.
Yeah.
It should have been the Subaru Impressive.
Impressive.
Super
Yeah.
impressive. Tell us about it.
Cheap, cheerful. This is officially the same car that Colin McRae took to 1995 WRC,
Correct.
took to a winning podium position. It's an amazing car. They're super reliable, they're super cheap, they're super fun to drive. They're kind of Lego cars. You just take the turbo out and you put a bigger turbo in. You just take the wheels off and then the car is higher. Anything you want to do, it's here, it's ready to play. It takes so much abuse. It's
Subaru
mad.
South Africa, if you're watching
Yeah.
this, Ken is your PR.
Yeah, and you'd love a sponsor. That'll be great. Subaru.
So out on the track, a couple of things impressed me.
Yeah.
The absolute tractability of the engine,
100.
the handling,
Yeah.
but funny enough, it was superbly and supremely comfortable.
Yeah, very
This felt like a rally car,
Yeah.
but a suburban rally car.
Yeah. Obviously, you want to keep this car in boost.
Yes.
So it's very much a turbo car, kind of like the 1980s, 1990s.
Correct.
Super turbo. You got to keep it between 3,000 and 5,000 revs. That's where all the power band is. As soon as you're out of that, you're not making a good time.
So something interesting on track, we're driving, you'd always think around a sharp corner that you're going to be in second. Ken says, put it in first. While you're moving, proper synchro system working there.
Although my mechanic's close by, he doesn't want to hear that we're driving on him first. Let's just say we're driving in second. It was fine.
I was putting it into reverse to slow down. Was that wrong?
You're not the only one.
So Ken, a day like today, you spoke about the participants.
Yeah.
You can see the enthusiasm of everybody around us. What does it mean to the locals?
These are very much a bunch of normal people.
Right.
There's no ego, there's no nonsense. There's a super support group. There's a WhatsApp group where Oaks are trading and sharing and indulging and sending silly memes. It's a real community.
But you can really see that. You spoke about no egos. Whether you come first, whether you come third, whether you come 11th in my
We're
case.
not racing each other, we're racing ourselves.
I thought you were going to say, Mike, there was only 10 participants. How did you come 11th? Because I'm used to
11
coming
is
last.
first twice, come on.
So Ken, on behalf of the team,
thank
you so much for having us. Look forward to getting out on it
Thank you
again.
very much.
And just confirm,
Appreciate
first
it.
and reverse are the only two gears you use on the track.
First, second, reverse. We love you, thank you very much.
The South African car scene in the 1970s, the name Datsun was absolutely synonymous with a must-have. One thinks of a Datsun 120Y, and then you think of the real Meneer in the Datsun range, and that was a Datsun GX. Today, I'm with Andries, about to go on a Mursa hot lap in a Mursa hot car. Do I need to be nervous, Andries?
A little bit. It's not like the Subarus. This is more sideways than the four-wheel drive.
But at least we've got all the 1970s technology like brakes, steering and accelerator. There is nothing else.
Nothing else.
Andries, show us
Let's
a good
go.
time. You're good, and when you're spectacular, you're spectacular. After going on the most incredible lap of my life, I have my doubts about something.
Yes.
I don't think this is a standard 1200 engine anymore.
It is a 1400.
He wants to show you your incredible time.
It is a 1400.
Yeah?
And a little bit tweak on the engine.
A little bit.
A little bit.
What are,
So,
we
yeah.
pushing, what are we pushing out here at the rear wheels?
We're doing at the rear wheels about 92, 93 on the rear wheels.
Wow, wow, wow. Now, there's a saying in Afrikaans. They say, "Ja, if my release, ek sê baie dankie Andries."
Great pleasure. Absolute pleasure.
We are proud to say we've got fans of the show and then we've got friends of the show. And one such friend, Johan Storm, we only met a short while ago at Cars in the Park. My colleague Ernest Page had the pleasure of interviewing you and I was Mursa jealous. So how did we change that? What did you do for us? You invite us to a beautiful day like today at the Carousel Casino parking lot. Thank you. And you've got a younger version of yourself next to you. Lana, lovely to meet you. You play the most important role, I believe. Tell me what you do.
I'm a navigator for Johan.
So without you, he has no clue where to go. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
So to become a navigator, what does it take?
You just like have to keep in mind you have to look up and do your notes
Yeah.
at the same time.
But you make it sound so simple. So I had a look at the navigator notes. L, I understand is left. R, I understand is right. But the 10, the S, the 30, the 60, the 90, the 127, for me it seems easier to become an air traffic controller. Johan, as a driver, how important is it that your navigator is spot on?
She's doing about 95% of the work in the car. Without her, I wouldn't know which way the road is going. The speed we are going, me as a driver, I'm not really sure which direction the turn is going or how sharp the corner is. I'm only relying on her to warn me in time.
So we've waxed lyrical about how necessary it is to have a navigator, how important it is to you. But starting with you, how's the day been?
It's been really hot, obviously in the car also because of the engine.
So Johan, we've seen this beautiful car at Cars in the Park, beautiful Escort, but what it takes to keep a car like this going, it costs a lot of money, I imagine. Tell me about that.
Very true. There I would like to thank my sponsor, Sightlines. Without their help, I wouldn't have been here today.
Much respect to you for acknowledging them.
Again, very thank you, Sightlines. I really appreciate your help.
And I'd also like to thank our sponsors. Thank you, CHANGECARS.
Stay tuned. After the break, it's Heel Tate Spiel Tate with Rally Practice Test. Did you know? The way a navigator calls out instructions can vary slightly depending on the team or language, but in most rally racing, it would be something along the lines of left 6 into right 4 tightens. The numbers are the sharpness of the corner, 6 being the least and 1 being the sharpest. Looking for finance and insurance? Visit Change Cars and click on the Financial Products tab.
When one thinks of rallying, there's no question that one thinks of dirt. And now we've finished with all our dirt stages, and now we're coming to tar. When I think of a parking lot, is this a perfect environment for a motor race? 1981 Las Vegas Grand Prix, the first Grand Prix ever held in a parking lot at Caesar's Palace. Take a guess who won the race. I don't care, it was Alan Jones. Take a guess who won the World Championship. It was Nelson Piquet. In the derelict parking lot, I say derelict, not in a bad way, we're about to go do some tar stages. So I'm in a left-hand drive Subaru Impreza WRX STI, call it what you like. This thing is super powerful. Next to me is Marco Ferreira. I'm a little bit nervous to drive this, so you know what? I'm actually not going to drive it. You drive.
Thank you very much. Let's go have some fun. Ready, Mike?
Thank you. Oh, the big holes. Not the quickest car of the day. It's incredible. The car impresses me. The driver blows me away. This is next level, Marco.
You enjoying it so far, Mike?
Next level, next level. And you look so comfortable. You look so. Oh! In 2004, I was 31. Wouldn't have done this. Incredible, Marco. Incredible. We're on the most
long straight now. This is the
one we got to be careful about. So brake freight, we got to watch out for. Even though it's got big brakes, this one catches you out all the time because the nose slides. And then it's a chicane down here.
Oh, this is incredible. Oh, it physically feel the G's. What an incredible driving experience. When we film, there's nothing that gives me greater pleasure than traveling the country, meeting South Africans and showcasing South African products. Today is a prime example of two proudly South African moments, starting with you, Marco Ferreira, a young man who took me around the track. You've got a company called Technique.
Yes, sir.
He's going around much slower than we did. I'm not even going to interrupt the interview. Tell us a little bit about Technique, tell us about how you got into motor racing, and share with the audience what your passion is.
You know what, Mike, I started racing when I was 16 years old, thanks to my dad. And, I went to a skate band, did a Gymkhana. From there, it went one step up, started rallying.
Straight away?
Straight away, then one day, I found myself racing with Ken Block, here in South Africa, and that's pretty much the history of it. And here I am today with something that I built, that I did actually with Technique. Yeah, Technique is a company we do fabrication work, pretty much anything and everything, fabrication-wise, turbos and all that. And yeah, that's us in a nutshell.
And Chris, I see your wonderful name on the car, your product Drift Energy.
Yes.
It's not often that a product gets launched sideways, as my cameraman said. Tell us about Drift Energy.
All right, so Drift Energy is the world's first energy drink with milk in it. There is nothing else like it in the entire world, and we are so proud to sponsor Marco.
Chris, I want to wish you and your colleagues the very best with the product. Marco, you've got a wonderful technique. You put the drift into Drift Energy, and I just want to wish you the very best.
Thank you very much, Mike.
So behind me, we've got something very unique. I saw it out on the track. It looked so super quick. I had to speak to the owner, Stefan Fenter. But this car's got a split personality. It started life out as a Ford with a really underpowered 13 or 1600 engine, whatever it was at the time. Stefan, today, what are we looking at?
4.3 litre V8.
4.3 litre V8
Lexus.
in an engine bay that was designed for a maximum of a 1600.
Yeah.
You often hear the Lexus conversion. Is it the perfect, easy to install engine in a car like this?
I think probably not in a car like this,
right?
but reliable, works, there's a lot of parts available and aftermarket ECUs,
Nice.
etc.
And it's made by Toyota. So
made by Toyota.
So watching you out on track, it ain't all-wheel drive, it ain't got ABS brakes, it ain't got power steering. What has it got besides your right foot?
Very little brakes, to be honest.
Yeah.
Little brakes, but a lot of power. Normal brakes, not even assisted brakes.
But discs all around?
Discs all around, yes, with a sub diff in the rear.
But even now, out of the car, I can see the smile on your face. On track, this car was literally a drift car. It was sideways at all times. A day like today for you, what does it mean to get out and be able to let go?
Oh, it's awesome just to be with a bunch of car lovers, people, petrol heads. Just enjoy it. I had to work this morning, but it's still worth it, even coming through for an hour or two, just to put the foot down a bit.
Better than a round of golf?
Better than a round of golf, for sure.
Wishing you the very best.
Thank you.
The end of another incredible day. Let me bring you up to speed. Didn't win money, didn't lose money. In gambling terms, I say I broke even. But as I said, we weren't here for gambling. We had the most incredible day on track. You've seen what tar rallies are about, you've seen what dirt rallies are about, you've seen what speed, control. I'm just talking about my driving, nothing else is about. What a fantastic day. To Johan, thank you. To the organizers, thank you. What an incredible day. This is awesome. Ken, thank you for the trust. And how's that? How were you scared? I'm scared. You don't need to be scared. I mean, the car is definitely sliding all over the place, but easy to catch. It's amazing. Amazing. Amazing opportunity.
That's it for now. Coming up next week, we head to Clarence for the Suzuki Jimny Day. With over 800 Jimneys attending, this was an event that surprised us against one of the most beautiful backdrops our country has to offer. Do you need any motoring advice? From where or what to buy and where to sell? Visit the All Things Motoring International website and click the Advice tab to ask Mikey.
Want to keep it in second and then try and use your other foot to
There's a tree right by us, we didn't want to hit it, so we missed it.
Watch out for the fence here, this is a tricky fence.
And then you come
You'll see there's a hole in the fence from last time I was here.
So often you'll get asked, how do you tune a carburetor? I don't know. How do you tune 3 of them? When one carburetor doesn't chow enough fuel, you need 3 side draft Weber carbs. It's amazing when you think of the name Weber. It is just, for me, synonymous with, not Bryce, carburetors.
All Things Motoring International was brought to you by SA's most trusted online vehicle platform, CHANGECARS. Our name says it all. There is no safer online vehicle platform. That's not an opinion, that's a fact.